Today is a very significant day, National Unity Day, Rashtriya Ekta Divas. You all must be aware of this. This is the day when all across India we commemorate the birth anniversary of the Iron Man of India. When we talk about the Iron Man of India, we are actually referring to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. When we take the name of Vallabhbhai Patel, before that we use the word Sardar. Sardar means chief. Chief means head. Head means leader. So that means when we talk about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, we talk about a person who has all leadership qualities in himself. So, great leader. Leader who always led from the front. Leader who was always prepared to make any kind of sacrifice for the cause of the nation, for the cause of his countrymen. My dear children, you all must be aware of one incident that occurred when India had got freedom. You're all aware, you are reading in the books of history also, that when India got freedom, we had riots. So when we had riots, among the people belonging to different communities, there was one stage when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel himself plunged into that kind of crowd which had actually taken the shape of mob. So when he plunged into that kind of mob, there were 10,000 people who were on the verge of being killed. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel stood like a rock and defended all those 10,000 people belonging to minority group of India. So those 10,000 people could stay alive. So far as the life of those 10,000 people were concerned, at that stage, when those riots took place, that was a gift to those people by great, rock-like, firm person, the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. It often happens that as and when any tough situation comes, leaders who are not so strong, leaders who do not have strong spine, they often take an escape route. They don't prefer to lead from the front. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was a leader of a different kind. He was a leader of great stuff and substance, the leader of matchless merit. He always led from the front. So this particular incident, which I read a few days before, and that really inspired me a lot, and I thought that I should share that with you. Another very big contribution to our country by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. When India got freedom, there were 565 princely states who were not integrated into India, and they were not willing to accede to India. Means they were there in India, but they wished to have, all those kings of those princely states, they wished to have their own way. They were not ready to be the part of Indian constitution. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel met each and every king of those princely states, 565 states, and convinced them, prevailed upon them, and made them ready for this crucial decision. And eventually, all those 565 princely states were integrated into India and they became part of India. If that had not happened, then within India, we would have different small Indias. And that way, there would have been a lot many conflicts here in India. So this was the vision. This was far-sightedness of great Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So it is his birth anniversary that is being commemorated today, that is 31st October. A great day to commemorate the birth anniversary of a great leader, the first Deputy Prime Minister of India, the first Home Minister of India, Let's all salute Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. My dear children, you all read about Constitution of India. Constitution is the supreme law of our country. The document that is the guiding force for each Indian. We cannot deviate from all those principles which are enshrined in the Constitution of India. We need to abide by them. What is written at the top when we talk about the preamble of India? Preamble is the introduction to the Constitution of our country. It is written, "We, the people of India." My dear children, see the preamble of Indian Constitution. There, the first 5-6 words are "We, the people of India." So we, the people of India, 5 words. It is not we, the Muslims of India, we, the Hindus of India, we, the Christians of India, we, the Sikhs of India, we, the rich of India, we, the poor of India, we, the highs of India, we, the lows of India. No, it is we, the people of India. What does it communicate to all of us? It communicates this thing to all of us, that in our country we are all equal. If somebody is financially well off and if somebody is not so well off financially, both are absolutely equal in the eyes of India. Bharat Mata does not believe in any kind of discrimination. We are all equally the sons and daughters of our Mother India. Nobody is considered superior, nobody is considered inferior. Nobody is considered high, nobody is considered low. All are absolutely equal. So when the supreme law, the supreme document of our country treats everyone absolutely on equal platform, no discrimination, no division, no prejudiced approach, then who are you and who is I? We cannot make any kind of distinction among the Indians. All Indians belonging to all castes, all Indians belonging to all religions, all Indians belonging to all stratas of the society are absolutely equal. Our Mother India, my dear children, fulfills all our needs and requirements. We are working in Mother India, we are learning in Mother India, we are all growing in Mother India, we are breathing the air of Mother India, we are reading, we are learning, we are evolving in Mother India. Mother India is giving shelter to us. Mother India has given parents to us. Mother India has given us this vast expanse where we are to perform all our duties and responsibilities. So we all need to be very grateful to our mother country. If we have expectations from our mother nation, then our mother nation also has certain expectations from us. Why? Because if mother nation is to grow, if mother nation is to develop, that can be possible if we, the sons and daughters belonging to all religions, belonging to all castes, work together. If this togetherness is missing in us, if this harmony is missing in us, if this concord is missing in us, nation's growth, nation's development will definitely be adversely affected. Nation cannot grow until and unless we, the sons and daughters of our mother nation, work together, work in unison. So this, united effort for the growth and development of our mother nation is very badly required. We all must confess that over the period of time, there are certain divisions among us. So, you, the youngsters of this great country, need to take up this responsibility of removing all these divisions. You must rise above all these divisions. You need to develop respect and regard for this diversity that we have in our country. If someone believes in one specific set of rituals which you don't believe in, that doesn't mean that you are to treat him as your enemy. He is also your brother. If you have some different set of rituals that you perform while worshipping the Lord, the other person should not object to that. So we have to have respect for this diversity, which is the real beauty of our nation. And if this respect for diversity is there, then definitely our Mother India will grow. Mother India will be proud of us. So, my dear children, this is a fact. This is a fact. We all, belonging to all religions, belonging to all stratas of the society, belonging to all the castes, are together the sons and daughters of our country. We all belong to Mother Nation, and Mother Nation equally belongs to each one of us. My dear children, it's a huge responsibility that you have on your shoulders. As I always say, Dr. Kalam has said, the future of this nation rests upon the shoulders of the young. When he is referring to the future of the nation, he is referring to each one of you. So, all of you should dedicate yourself to the growth and development of your mother nation. All of you should make combined efforts. All of you should believe in one vision. Vision is developed India. Vision is the India that is perceived as a great nation by all the nations of the world. Vision is India that is considered the most respectable country in the entire world. India that is united, India that is strong, India that is forward-looking, India that is rational in its approach, India that takes pride in its diversity. You are real India, my dear children. You are real India. So you should be proud of this heritage, of this legacy that we have got from the great heroes of our nation. And one of those great heroes is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He never believed in any kind of discrimination. He had equal respect for the people belonging to all stratas of the society. Our constitution does not believe in any kind of discrimination. India is a secular country. India is a country that has got respect for everybody who is here in our country. So we need to believe in India's pluralism. We need to believe in India's secularism. We need to believe in India's oneness. Okay? Let's make this oneness extremely strong. Let's strengthen this oneness. Let's strengthen this togetherness. Until and unless this oneness is there, until and unless this togetherness is there, India will not be able to revive its pristine glory. It's your responsibility. God bless you.